We're about to get joined by a cat by the name of Elfie. I'm not sure she's going to jump on my lap or not. One just left, George. This one came in. Who knows? You know, cats are a lot unto themselves, right? Dogs just want to be man's best friend. Cats, well, they want you to wait on them. But there it is. How does that help with today's reading? Not really, but there you are then. I'm just going to move this slightly, and then here we go. Self-worth and net worth. That's what we're talking about today. First quote is from Gabrielle Bernstein. I think she goes by Gabby, and she's a New York Times bestseller. She's a spiritual leader. I see she does a lot of motivational speaking around the place. So, and I have a cat that wants to go out. All right, you can go. Cats are like kids, in a way. So what does she say? She says, true abundance isn't based on our net worth, it's based on our self-worth. Today's topic, of course, is self-worth and net worth. So let's continue and see what we can find out. This is Ernest Holmes. He says, mental science is not a get-rich-quick scheme. Neither does it promise something for nothing. It does, however, promise the ones who will comply with its teaching that they should be able to bring into their lives and their experiences greater possibilities and happier conditions. And that is from the Science of Mind textbook on page 137. And this is what Reverend Jim has to say. He says, we often find ourselves seduced by the external world of conditions, allowing ourselves to be tricked into valuing the external more than the internal. This leads to all sorts of problems as we begin to compare ourselves to others who appear to have more or less abundance than we do. Or when we compare ourselves to those who are better looking, have more friends, or get more attention. He says, what we require out of life is a sufficiency of all that we need for fulfillment. This means a sufficiency of money, health, relationships, creative expressions, and love, and I would say, and more. If we're to have a sufficiency of anything, it must come from within us. Remember, as within, so without. What you think is what you get. We remember that what we experience does not define us. What defines us is who and what we are at the depth of our being. If there's a disconnect between this inner truth and the outer expression, the inner truth is still true. If we experience lack in some area, that is not who or what we are. It's just a condition. When we change our thinking about the situation, when we recognize and affirm the truth of who and what we are, the external condition changes. All change begins on the inside and works its way out. Our self-worth always is dependent, our self-worth is always independent of our net worth. So what does this boil down to? Well, it's the same thing that you've heard many, many times before, but just told in a slightly different way. And it says, what you think and feel is what you get. In other words, it's done unto you as you believe. And you'll find that most of this stuff that we're teaching, most of the stuff that I'm reading comes down to it's done unto you as you believe. And then a lot of the readings and teachings just tell us why that is. And the why is that we are connected with the power that runs through us, and how we connect with that power is through our belief. And our belief, when it's firm enough in our subconscious minds, which is one with the universal mind, produces the results, because it just has to. Why? That's the way the law works. It's just as simple as that. So what you think is what you get. It's done it to you as you believe. And it's okay to have things, and it's okay to share things. What's not good, really, is hoarding things just for the sake of them. As some of you have heard me quote many times, Bob Proctor, my light mentor, money is like blood. If it doesn't flow, it congeals. But when it does flow, it produces a lot of good. So it's really as simple as that. If any, it's 14:40, roughly. Okay, 4:40 p.m. If any of you are watching this prior to about 6:30 p.m. and you live in or around the Woodlands, then please come to the Face Together gathering. It's on the church off of Panther Creek in the Woodlands, and it's called it's the Presbyterian Church. It's the Presbyterian Church of the Presbyterian Community Church of the Woodlands. It's based on Panther Creek. It's just, north of Woodlands Parkway. And it's near where it's actually by the Panther Creek Shopping Center, Woodlands Community Presbyterian Church. And there will be snacks afterwards. There'll be a wonderful service, lots of different faith communities from all around. If you need more directions, text me on my other number, which is 832-271-0717. 832-271-0717. And I will send you more info, but it's fairly easy to find. Just Google or go on Google Maps, and put in the Woodlands Community Presbyterian Church, and you'll find it. I think Reverend Lisa is back in town. She'll be on tomorrow morning, I think around about 9 o'clock. And I'm going to end by giving you the 3 affirmations. Actually, yes, 3. I realize my divine nature. I'm one with Source. I have enough because I am enough. And I lack nothing in my life, and I continually realize the reality of my abundant nature. Or you could just say, I'm abundant. To me, that's a lot simpler. I am abundant. Do you need any more? So until next time, take care of yourselves, and namaste.